Early,
Present.
Gary Brevetto,
Here.
Bob Carlson,
Here.
Terry Harrison,
Here.
Carol Harvey,
Here.
John Schaefer,
Here.
Eric Smith.
Here.
Thank you.
If you'd all rise, and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good to see everybody here tonight. And so we'll get right into it. I've been given a little bit of a challenge from some of our council members, but we'll see if I'm successful at that or not. I won't even share what it is. First thing on the agenda for tonight is a proclamation concerning all of next week. And we have the bike race coming through town next Friday. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But we would like to have a proclamation celebrating all next week as Bike Above the Clouds Week. And so I will read that to you. Whereas the 2012 USA Pro Challenge occurs in Colorado during the week of August the 20th through August the 26th, and whereas the USA Pro Challenge is one of the largest cycling events in the United States history, and whereas the race will travel through 12 host cities from Durango to Denver, and whereas the race will arrive in Woodland Park on Friday, August 24th, and whereas Woodland Park will be a sprint location, and whereas Woodland Park could receive national and international exposure due to the event, along with potential positive economic impacts, and whereas Woodland Park desires to celebrate the U.S. Pro Challenge throughout the community with various activities throughout the week, now therefore I, David J. Turley, Mayor of the City of Woodland Park, on behalf of the Woodland Park City Council, do hereby announce that August the 20th through August the 26th, 2012, be proclaimed to be Bike Above the Clouds Week in celebration of the 2012 USA Pro Challenge, which will travel through Woodland Park on August 24, 2012. Further, I encourage all Woodland Park citizens to participate in this community event. In witness thereof, I hereby set my hand and cause the seal of the City of Woodland Park to be affixed this 16th day of August, 2012. So I think this is a great event. It's a great thing happening for the whole state of Colorado, and we're going to have some fun next week, and especially on Friday. And we encourage everybody in town to do the same thing. Let's take advantage of this, and summer's passing too quickly, so let's all have a good time. Believe in working hard, but believe in having good times too. So next we'll move on to the next item. We have some international students that we would like to recognize. They are student citizen ambassadors, and so I'll go through that. Maybe if we could go ahead and have the three of you come up. Gary, you want to go ahead? I mean, you're part. I'm going to read this, but I'd like you to go down and stand with them. You're a part of the program and things. If you would do that, and then I'll come down also. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Where do you want me to stand?
Right down there with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Our city councilman Gary Brevetto is a big part of making this happen, and
It's being televised like nationally, around the world.
and in replay too. So if you guys will face the audience, welcome. The International Exchange Program allows students from countries around the world to experience the lifestyle of American teens for one academic year. They live with local area host families and attend local high schools to not only learn about and participate in the American life, but to also enrich our community by sharing their unique customs and culture. These citizen ambassadors will connect our community in exciting ways to the world community, to promote global awareness, international exchange of cultures, and create life-changing friendships. It is my pleasure tonight to recognize, honor, and welcome International Exchange Student Citizen Ambassadors, and we'll see how I do with the names. Amelie Bonusball? Yeah. Is that close? Tell us how it really is. Oh. Now, doesn't that sound much better than me doing it?
Yeah.
Everybody agreed. Nicholas Hess? Welcome. And Gorka Villalonga? Tell me how it really is. Ah, that's better too. To the Woodland Park community, welcome to you guys. Amalie comes from Lillehammer, Norway, a town of 26,000 citizens surrounded by mountains overlooking Lake Mahosa? What's the lake that it overlooks? Say it again? Mjosa. And is remembered for hosting the 1994 Winter Olympics. Nicholas comes from Rheinen, Switzerland, a town of 20,000 citizens occupying 4 square miles located on the right bank of the Rhine River and the Swiss-German border. Gorka comes from Spain. You know, us old guys, we need help from the young folks. A town of 350,000 citizens, occupying 15 square miles. And how do you pronounce the town? The name of the town? It's Bilbao. It's situated in the north-central part of Spain. Its main urban core is surrounded by 2 small mountain ranges with an average elevation of 1,300 feet. Whoops. The foreign exchange program is managed by the U.S. State Department, which has as its top foreign policy the expansion of diplomatic communications between United States citizens and people from other countries. We trust that these citizen ambassadors will foster positive impressions of the United States and the Woodland Park community around the world. Welcome. Don't go away. Don't go away. We have goodies. Just a little welcome package. Some goodies, maybe a T-shirt and a few other things. So you're welcome. Thank you very much. And here's a mayor's pin for Woodland Park. You're welcome. I'm going to get down here to the end, and Gary's going to want a pen and a bag too. Welcome.
You got one already.
You have a few words you'd like to say,
I
Gary?
always do.
Maybe just so to me.
Maybe I'll go over here.
To the microphone.
Okay. I got to add that Nico and Gawker, I'm actually their host parent for this year, and the Manriquez's, Jennifer and Mark, are the host parent for Amelia, right? Amaya, whatever it is. I got to say that this is a really incredibly fantastic program. This is probably the most important program the State Department has to foster really positive communications between the United States and other countries and have a really positive cultural exchange. I don't know of any other program the State Department has that can foster a real positive image of the United States across America. Because when these guys finish this year, and I've had 2 students last year, and I can tell you, nobody wants to leave, obviously, because it's so great here, but they'll go back and they'll be our ambassadors, American ambassadors to their respective countries, and hopefully, if everything goes well here, they'll project a really positive image of what United States is all about and how cool the American citizens can really be, contrary to probably popular belief that may be over there and overseas. So it's really trying to project that positive image is what we're trying to do. As far as host family is concerned, being a host family is really a special opportunity for anybody. And it doesn't take much effort to sponsor a foreign exchange student for a year, other than provide room and board. But the incredible experience that you experience is they become part of your family, so you really gain an extended family. Not only do these young people become the sons and daughters of the host families, but also you have an extended family overseas because you do maintain contact with their own natural parents overseas, biological parents, and hopefully through that contact we can visit each other and really establish very positive positive cultural exchanges. So it's an incredible program. It's an incredible opportunity for anybody who wants to participate in this program. So I encourage everybody who would like to do that to certainly come up, call me, call the mayor, whatever it is, and he'll get with me, and we can set you up and give you this opportunity. And I say it's a great experience. I know when these guys leave, every time they leave, it's like losing your own, son or daughter. So it's so I can know Jennifer and Mark. At the end of the year, you're going to probably, go through withdrawal systems after your daughter leaves, essentially. So it's going to be, it's going to be traumatic, but that happens. But you'll gain a whole new family, and then hopefully you'll maintain that contact throughout the years. So I encourage everybody to step up to the plate and take advantage of the opportunity. And we're glad to have all these folks here.
We are.
Okay.
And thanks, Councilman Brevetto. And I will also add that I've known Mark and Jennifer for a number of years. And I think Mark is still the football coach at the middle school.
Yes. And we're going to make another championship run this year. The kids look great.
And that's a great, that's important. It helps get those kids all and doing the right things and learning things and helps us have a better eventual varsity football team. So we appreciate that. So let's give them all a Woodland Park welcome. Thanks for coming. And you might be lucky if this is one of our shorter meetings. So we'll move on. I don't have any additions, deletions, or corrections to the agenda. Is that correct, Cindy?
That's correct.
And we'll move on to the consent calendar. And we'll turn to Cindy for that.
Sure. 4 items tonight: the approval of the minutes of the August 2nd meeting, the July statement of expenditures for your consideration, the renewal of the Lush Wine Bar beer and wine license, and the renewal for City Market's 3.2 beer license. What questions may I answer?
Any questions for Cindy from the council members?
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion to approve, a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we will take a vote.
Thank you. Brevetto?
Yes.
Carlson?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Harvey? Yes. Schaefer?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Turley?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries unanimously.
And I see we have no unfinished business, no ordinances on initial posting. We do have one public hearing, and for that I will turn to Cindy once again.
Thank you. This is a public hearing request for a liquor special event permit from Help the Needy. Help the Needy is a qualified nonprofit organization to apply for and receive a special event permit. This event is the Pro Cycling Hospitality event. It will be held in Bergstrom Park at the Sprint line and on both sides. The details of the application are the location between Pine and Center Streets, the hours of service for beer and wine, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The event manager is Melinda Tresselli. She's affiliated with Park State Bank. And alcohol training service will be supervised by servers who have been TIPS trained. We received this application on August the 3rd. The property was posted by signing as required by state law on August the 6th. You have your map. The applicant is eligible to receive 10 special event permits per year, but Help the Needy has not received any, so this will be their first one. Staff's recommendation is approval following public hearing. So what questions may I answer?
Any questions from council for Cindy? Hearing none, I will open the floor up for any public comment. Hearing none, I will close the floor for public comment. And if there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for approval. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Cindy.
Thank you. Carlson?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Harvey?
Yes.
Schaefer?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Turley?
Yes.
Brevetto?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries unanimously.
We have no new business on the agenda. We don't have... we don't have any. Yeah. We have No one signed up for any public comment or any items that they wish to bring forward, although I will say at this point, if anyone has anything that they wish to come up and speak about, I'll give them the opportunity at this point. Seeing none, we'll move into reports. This is amazing tonight. I will say that this scheduled for tonight kind of allowed for if we had some other things that needed to carry over, and so this was kind of built in to be this way, and we'll take advantage of that. The mayor has a few things. Surprise, surprise. First, I'd like to read a letter that we received from the UPass Symphony Guild. It's addressed to the mayor and the city council. Dear Mayor and City Council, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the UPass Symphony Guild, I would like to say a huge thank you for all of the support provided by the city this year. We are so grateful each year for our partnership with the city and recognize that without your help and support, both financial and logistically, we truly could not make Symphony Above the Clouds a reality. We strive hard to make sure this event has a broad base of community support through the individual donor program and through involvement of other organizations in the work of the event. But without your help, I don't believe we would be able to continue the 32-year tradition of Symphony Above the Clouds. We feel this was a particularly special concert just because we were able to have it despite some very considerable obstacles. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did and that you will continue to support Symphony Above the Clouds for years to come. And that's signed by Nancy Spradling, president of the UPass Symphony Guild. And as you all know, that came right upon the heels of the still recovering, and the fire was still burning, of the Waldo Canyon fire. And so to be able to actually pull that event off, the 4th of July activities in Memorial Park, as well as the Symphony Above the Clouds on the 5th, was a great accomplishment. And not only with the fire, but also the tragedy that we had of the vehicle accident with the loss of the scout leader and 3 of our local kids. I'll go over a few upcoming events that we have over the next week or so. Next Thursday, August the 6th, well, this Thursday, August 16th and 19th, got started today. Saw a lot of people down there at the Rock Gym and Jewelry Show at the Saddle Club property across from the Swiss Chalet. That goes from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and it's free unless you buy something. Tomorrow, Friday, August the 17th, is the third Friday Art Walk, 5 to 8 p.m., and there's lots of places participating in that, and that's a great event. And I think my calendar is actually going to allow me to go tomorrow night, and I'm looking forward to that. Saturday, this coming Saturday, is the POW MIA Motorcycle Rally. It departs Woodland Park High School parking lot onto westbound 24 at about 10 a.m. Westbound 24 will be closed until about 10:30, and they'll be working their way down to Cripple Creek, and that celebration will be going on all day Saturday and also on Sunday. And that's usually a pretty nice big event. And the mayor is hoping to ride his motorcycle down there this weekend too. So, got to participate. A week, next Friday, August the 24th, is the USA Pro Challenge Cycling event. Kickoff is at 9:45 at the gazebo in Memorial Park. And there's going to be family activities going on all day, concluding with a family movie night at the Midland Pavilion. And that's free, I believe. And so that should be just a great day, and being able to get down and mingle and with the people that are going to be here, and they're going to sprint by, but it's going to be exciting to see that. And so there'll be a lot of activities going on in the whole area, well, all downtown and between Memorial Park and Bergstrom Park, and it should be a great day. And I just looked at the weather before I come over. It's still a week away, but the forecast was for only 10% rain. And so we're hoping that holds and we have a great day. And then Sunday, August the 26th, is the Tweeds Musical Tapestry in support of the Taylor Senior Coalition. That's a 4:00 p.m. concert at Highview Baptist Church. And tickets are available at Tweeds and at the Senior Center. And let's see, I think I have one more thing. Just a kind of a general statement for council. I don't know if you all have had a chance to look at your last issue of the CML Magazine, Colorado Municipal Leagues. But I wanted to kind of make mention of this. The whole issue is about infrastructure. And, you know, infrastructure can be boring to talk about, but it's the basis upon everything that we do in our communities. And I wanted to take that opportunity. We just, last night, we worked through, spent several hours, about 3, working on, the council did with David, the city manager, on kind of our goals and priorities of things that we want to try to work into the 2013 budget. And you know, one of the things that we have to address is infrastructure things. If you don't take steps to stay up on top of your infrastructure, it will eventually catch up with you. And you will pay probably more in the long run. And I just state that because we have to make decisions relative to those kinds of things. And I see Norm Steen is here tonight. Norm is one of the candidates for Taylor County Commissioner, but will end up, because he's unopposed in the general election, being our local Taylor County Commissioner. And with the budgets being what they are and the revenue streams and decisions that your elected officials have to make to not do certain things because the money isn't there. And yes, you're getting by, but those things that are not being done continue to build up, and eventually they're going to bite you if you can't take care of them. So, you know, try to manage that as best you can, but it's really important that everybody realizes that you might be doing without now, but if you don't eventually get it turned around to take care of these things, it's going to end up in some tough situations for the future and end up costing more. So this is an outstanding magazine. I recommend that you scan through it, and some pretty interesting stuff. And I think that's all that we have from the mayor tonight. So
I'll just give a quick update. I had the opportunity on Saturday to kick off the Mayor's Cup. Mayor Turley was not able to be there. That was a lot of fun. It was just I stood out there and watched Mayor Randolph do that many years as I got ready to run, and so it was an honor to be able to do that in your absence. We missed you, and I'm sure you'll be looking forward to doing it next year. The kids event, I think, went really well, and I believe, you know, just my feel as it related to the participants in the 5 and 10K seemed to be about the same as we've had in years past. So, and then, of course, as we finished, they had the music festival going on, and you know, that paired with the USA Challenge, which I think is just really cool. I like to road bike, and I just was looking up, that's why I was looking at my phone. I wanted to see who was actually racing, and Cadell Evans, who won the Tour de France not this year but last year, is going to be in the race, along with a number of Levi Leipheimer as well, who's a U.S. guy. And he won I think he won that last year, that event. So I don't know who. I think I saw in the paper above the fold, as they say, that Beth Cosley had a pretty good hand in bringing that to Woodland Park, and that is really cool. And I really hope that a lot of people turn out. I actually took the day off. I know the kids are all out of school, and so hopefully it'll be a big festival, and we'll all turn out and show them that Woodland Park is a place that would like to have it return again in the future, maybe have a finish or a start here. That'd be cool too. So, that'd be real cool. And you know what goes along with that, obviously, is a ton of our staff's time and local. I'm sure the sheriff's department. I mean, there's all kinds of personnel that are involved in that, and volunteers, and just amazes me and overwhelms me the amount of effort that people put in to make all these events happen. And they just, it seems like clockwork. You know, every year the Mayor's Cup goes on, and I just go out there and pay my $25 or whatever and go run it and wonder why I'm doing it. But every year it just seems like clockwork. It goes off, but behind the scenes there's a lot of people doing a lot of things. And so anyway, I just want to say thanks to our staff and all the volunteers, and I can't wait till next Friday. It's going to be a blast.
Thanks, Eric.
I filled in for Dave here on the Pikes Peak Area Council of Governments meeting the last time. And the biggest thing that came up there is the agency approved a release of what they call a Transportation Improvement Plan. This is kind of a regional transportation improvement plan, which is funded by the federal government as well as the state government through the Colorado Department of Transportation. They start projects such as, if everybody ever experienced the problems we're having on 8th Avenue going on to the freeway, it affects us regionally. So the funding gets provided by this plan essentially to improve those kinds of conditions on the highway. Highway 25, for instance, widening and improvement is funded by this particular agency. Locally, this plan would fund Woodland Park, for instance, the park and ride lot, the Lake Avenue sidewalk project, and the Woodland Park traffic plan study. So this is out for public release. It's on the Pikes Peak Area Council website. It's looking for public comment, so if you all want to make some comments about this particular plan, once this gets enacted, then all of these projects are going to be essentially funded and approved. So it's a big document. It's probably, as far as our regional transportation is concerned here, is probably a major document that we have to fund these particular projects. So if you all can get out there and kind of review this, and if you see anything that you don't like about it, you probably need to make comments, as well as comments on the positive things about it. Because within about 2 months after the public review, then it'll go to actual Pikes Peak Area Council comment and approval. Once that's done, then funds get released to do all these projects.
Thanks, Gary. And if you Google PPACG, you'll go to that website and get to it real easy. Bob? Terry? Carol?
Just briefly, the DDA, Downtown Development Authority Board, did meet last week and can report that we're on schedule with the new Family Dollar store as well as the new auto parts store. Landscaping plans for Woodland Station are on track. We should, the board should be seeing some cost estimates for that entire infrastructure plan for Woodland Station, and Woodland Hardware is on track as well.
Very good. John?
Nothing to report.
And I'll turn to David, City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. Cindy has a quick report on the discussion that we had last week, reference the alcohol in proximity to schools.
Council's concern, I think, centered on the many special events that are held in Memorial Park, the farmers market that's held adjacent to the old Church Square building. The Colorado Department of Revenue Liquor Enforcement Division has established some rules and regulations concerning distances towards between public and parochial schools and areas where special events permits with alcohol are served. Those rules are suspended if the special event is held when the school is not open, nights and weekends. So that's a bit of good news for you. So I wanted to report that to you.
The only other thing we have this evening is if you haven't had a chance to see Kelly this evening, would you please make sure you do that before you leave? She just needs some information. If you've provided her some information recently, you don't need to see her. And that's all we have this evening, Mayor.
Yeah, if I can make one comment on the alcohol, I think that's good, and I think it works as it relates to the park and maybe some of the other things that go on around there that are not during school times or obviously maybe during the summer and that sort of thing. We do have, I believe, buildings that are on Highway 24 that are within the area that would be precluded in the future.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, could be. And so I think that might be something that we still want to kind of take a look at. You're nodding your head like you're going to, so
yes,
I'm done.
We broke it down into two components. One was the initial concern. After the discovery of the when school's not in session issue, we still know we have to look into the other issue, and the city attorney is doing that. But we wanted to give you an initial feedback this evening.
Thanks.
The other issue, too, is what about if they decide to have Saturday school and all that stuff, which some private institutions do have. So we have to consider that as well.
Okay. Anything else? I've already covered the written correspondence that I had received. At this time, then, if there's nothing else, we will adjourn this meeting.
All right.